Finally finished it. Lot of thought went into how I felt this would cover so many things that I've come across with you and other students in as far as like how soon do we go to constant down picking? Where is it appropriate to have quarter note breaks and all that stuff? So even if it seems like on some of these examples, if it seems like why are we having the quarter note here instead of somewhere else? It's because I feel the quarter notes, for example, where is one? Come on, I know it's coming up here. Man, I had like maybe right here. I think this could be an okay example. Like having the quarter note stuff here, like comparing it to this one here. You see, we have the same rhythm here twice, but then down here we add an eighth note versus here. I figured like, well, if we save the extra strokes for the very end, I think you might have a better chance, and everyone else might have a better chance of completing this thing. So yeah, even if it seems weird, it was all done with a purpose. So each line is its own thing, and use whatever chords you want. It doesn't have to be these specifically. You can play it on whatever strings you want. That's fine. The most important thing is the strumming patterns, the rhythmic patterns. So I guess go through what it says here. So yeah, it says each line is its own exercise. Yeah, we do what we always do. Start at 60, go up in fives. But what you're going to do is basically what you and I do. You work this up, whatever exercise you're on, work it up without the repeat first. No repeats as you're working it up. But after you get to a max speed, then drop the metronome 10 beats per minute. Try and play through it twice. And after like 5 attempts, if you cannot get that thing at whatever the speed you're on, or whatever speed it is that you're on, then drop it another 10 and try it again. So, and keep doing that process. Let's say you max out at 220 on something, like the one highlighted right there. You max out at 220, and it was a true max. So, it took like a minute or two to finally get it, and it was a real challenge. So, again, you max out at 220, so you drop it to 210, and you try 5 times, and you just can't get the 210 repeat. So, drop it to 200, and then try it again. And then after you can play through it twice, try 3 times. Drop the metronome if you have to, and after you can do it 3 times, then go for 4. That's basically what a lot of that's talking about on the file at the top there. So, and just like we always do, no matter how fast you get with something one day, start at 60 the next. So, aiming for that 200 beats per minute without the repeat is the goal here. So with the repeats, I'm not thinking of any minimum goal there for the speed. Because this is more about just pushing that speed, not so much an endurance thing. We'll get a little endurance work adding in the repetitions, but with this being mostly a speed thing, we're going to have that 200 BPM goal for the no repeat. And it talks more on what to do. So once you hit that 200 BPM, or if you don't. So as you're working things up, you get to 200 or faster, and definitely go as fast as you can with it. Like, don't just stop at 200. Go as fast as you can. Get as much out of each line as you possibly can. You'll be much better prepared for the next line by doing so. So if you can get pick number 1 there, the thing is highlighted, if you can get that to like 240, definitely go for that. Just don't want to basically, get everything out of each exercise that you can. So really go as fast as you possibly can, but you got to stay accurate first too. Let's see. So let's say you get to, so you're working on number one, you get it past 200, awesome. So the next day you start working on the second line, get that past 200, awesome. And then, no matter, always add in the repetition stuff at the end there. So you hit that 200 BPM or past or faster goal, still add in the repetitions because it's definitely a beneficial thing. Well, let's say you get to the fifth line and that's where trouble starts. So after 3 days of being stuck at the same speed, and that's a big thing there, it's got to be stuck at the same speed. So let's say the first day you get to 180, the second day 190, and then the third day 195. You're still going up, so keep going at the same exercise there. And then maybe you have like 195 1 or 2 days, and you finally hit 200, and then you're stuck at 200. You have 200 BPM as your max 3 days in a row. So then you got the options to take. First option is the next time you go to practice, go all the way back to the start and work through everything again. The second option is you go on to the sixth line anyway and just max it out, add in those repeats, and then just run through the whole program there. So either way, I feel would be a good approach. So yeah, all that's covered in there, written down on that. But any questions with this whole approach, let me know. Let's get to playing this stuff. Okay, let's adjust this. All right, number one, I'm just going to play with the metronome here. Starting at 60. You can start slower if need be. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's go to 90. 1, 2, 3, 4. Twenty. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change chords too soon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Too many strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifty. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, damn, too many strokes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whew. All right, number 2. Back down to 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ninety. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrong chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. One 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why I did that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give the old 150 a try. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whew. There we go. All right. Any questions come up, let me know. I will see you again next week. I swear, my mouse is just... I don't know what's wrong with this thing. I don't know how many videos I've said, I'll see you next week, and then I can't click stop. Now I can.